Big week here in Las Vegas, the TUF 27 finale, followed by UFC 226. Let's concentrate on the TUF 27 finale. It's got a main event of Israel Adesanya versus Brad Tavares. Adesanya is your favorite. He comes in at about -135. Brad Tavares comes back as the underdog at +115. Dan, Tom, who do you like in this fight?
I was a little surprised on the odds. I'm a big fan of Adesanya. I'm a big fan of his ceiling. There's a lot of potential for him to go in a lot of different directions. But let's not forget, he is still young, and as far as his UFC mileage, he is still very young, whereas Brad Tavares on the opposite end of that spectrum. He's been training for quite a long time. He's been in the UFC for quite a long time, and he's been quietly putting together wins for quite a long time. Very underrated skill set. He's a very underrated wrestling, and I think that wrestling, guys, he's known for his striking, but I think the wrestling is going to rear its head. We saw it early in Tavares' career when he's coming off the Ultimate Fighter. He went more towards striking, but he didn't abandon those skill sets, and I think we're going to see those skill sets, and he's going to test Adesanya. I'm going to side with Tavares here to get this one.
This one's tight, man. I'm going to flip-flop back and forth all week because they both are really, really talented fighters. I'm looking for the calf kick to maybe make a difference. If Brad Tavares can slow him down, I believe he has a chance in this fight to win it because, you know, I'm a big proponent of speed. Also, when somebody has the length advantage, you know, the reach advantage, I tend to side with those guys. So Adesanya seems to cover both of those. But I think Brad Tavares is very seasoned. He's got an adequate training partner in Uriah Hall. And I think the calf kick is something to look out for. I think he's going to be able to muscle him and wear him down, but it's going to take a few rounds. So right now I'm leaning towards Brad Tavares in a stoppage in about round 4. How about that? A little bit of extra bonus there. I'm not just giving you the name. I'm giving you the round, and the method of victory goes.
I'm going to agree with your pick, but I'm going to disagree with the way it's going to happen. If I hear calf kick getting called out, it means it's not probably going Brad Tavares' way, because what I think his path to victory is the wrestling. I think he has to do that. If he stands and plays that game with Izzy, it's going to be trouble. We saw Izzy show a little bit of holes in his game there with the defensive wrestling. I think Brad can expose that. But all of the advantages that Brad Tavares has, training in Las Vegas, training with Extreme Couture, one that people don't talk about, they actually have the smaller cage there as well, and that's what he's going to be in that night. Don't forget those angles, the movement, that plays a lot into it. I think Brad's ready for this fight. I think he wins.
I'm shocked, man. I thought I was going to be on an island over here going with Brad Tavares. I mean, Israel Adesanya is the hot commodity, right? But I love the point you point out that he's going to have Uriah Hall to train with. I mean, that is great. But the one that I factor most heavily is the one that Goes pointed out. That small cage. It's going to be a lot easier. I think we all agree Brad Tavares has to wrestle in this, right? Not that he can't strike, but it wouldn't be wise. We know that's where Adesanya is good at. That small cage is going to make it a heck of a lot easier for him to track it down. There's less real estate to try to figure out, for him to use that speed, for him to use that length that he has. So I'm going with Brad Tavares as well. I think it may be a decision or late TKO, and I'm shocked we're all leaning in that direction.
We're all leaning in that direction, but I'm telling you, I might be swayed depending on how the week plays out. I'm telling you, man, Adesanya is very, very impressive. So we'll leave it at that for now. There's your TUF 27 main event breakdown.